I'm bored. Hello. Ooh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Aimee and I'm a fashion model, and being in the modeling industry certainly comes with pressures to be a certain body weight or have a certain measurement. And so today I want to share a little bit about my struggles with weight and how I kickstarted my fitness journey 5 years ago and lost 8 kg in 3 months. But first, please make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because I'm going to be sharing tons of other modeling related content every week, so don't miss out. Now, I know that talking about weight can be a really touchy subject, so just a disclaimer, this is really just an account of what my thoughts and goals were and what I did to achieve them. I'm going to be sharing some stuff with you guys that I've never actually said out loud before. So this video is incredibly personal to me. Honestly speaking, fitness has changed my life for the better, like way better. And also, it's not just become a habit, but it's actually become a hobby, and it's like my favorite thing to do. Like, I can't wait to wake up at 6 in the morning and go for a spin at 7. So this is just me sharing my story, and I hope you guys find it interesting. So just a little bit of background about why I started on this journey. When I was younger and I was in school, I was always, tall, lanky, and sometimes a little bit too skinny. I was really active, but I had absolutely no concept of what healthy eating was. Like, my friends and I would literally go to the KFC down the street almost every day after school at like 3. I would have my popcorn chicken, my cheese fries, and then 40 minutes later I would walk back to school and go for my 2-hour dance rehearsal. And everything was peachy. Once I graduated high school and I moved to Hong Kong to work as a full-time model, I had a lot of free time because I was an inexperienced model. I had acne, I wasn't really doing a lot of work, so I discovered boredom snacking. And not only that, because I wasn't in school anymore, I wasn't dancing, I didn't know how to work out. Like, for example, when I did a squat and dance, it was for a movement, it wasn't to like grow my glutes. So I was just pretty uninformed and uneducated about this whole fitness thing. So once I came back 3 months later, I started to look bigger. Not fat at all. Like, I never thought I was fat at any point, but my clothes that I had been wearing for years weren't fitting. My shorts were too tight. I had to go and buy bigger sizes, and I didn't look as toned as I once did. But most importantly, I didn't feel that great. Like, I didn't feel fit anymore. In every single agency around the world, models get their measurements taken. It's like law. It's a part of the industry because models have a comm card. Here's mine, which is basically like a model's business card. It displays our best photos, and it also has information like our height, our shoe size, our hair color, eye color, and also our 3 measurements. So bust, waist, and hips. When we go for castings, this is what we give to the clients because clients need to make sure that models can fit into the clothes on the shoot day. And in some countries, I actually have had to go to the agency every single week to get measured because in my work contract, it says that my measurements can't change or it can't go above a certain number. Well, based on my lifestyle, my measurements definitely changed. Whenever I went in to see my booker, I would always get hounded about, I need to lose weight, I need to get my measurements back down. And it is so annoying for both parties because nobody likes to hear that they need to lose weight, and certainly it's not fun for my agent. But I didn't realize it would be something that would be getting in the way of me getting jobs. For example, some lingerie or bikini clients that I would go to a casting for really loved my face, but when I tried on their clothes, I wouldn't end up getting the job because they were looking for somebody who was, fit and toned. And I'll say it again, I wasn't fat, but I wasn't fit and I wasn't toned. So I wouldn't get the job, and that would be a lost opportunity for me. After that, I tried a couple of different diets, all of which failed or, led me in the opposite direction, but that's not something I'm going to get into today. If you guys do want to know what kind of diets I tried and why they didn't work for me, let me know in the comments or, hop onto my Instagram or something, and maybe I'll make a video about that. So one day I get a call from Fox Entertainment, and they tell me that I was selected to be a part of Asia's Next Top Model Cycle 3. And if you watch my first YouTube video, which I'll link up here, you would know that I actually was a little apprehensive about going forward. It was, a really scary opportunity. Exciting, but scary. But other than that, this was actually one of the reasons that, kind of held me back a little bit, because I knew I would be on international TV without being in the best shape of my life. Lo and behold, I didn't even get through the first 2 weeks of filming without the judges pointing this out. I was wearing this ill-fitting, ultra tight, like zero stretch, super uncomfortable pair of pants and a crop top that made me muffin a little bit. I can't believe I'm saying this on YouTube. Like, I've never even wanted to address this before because I felt so embarrassed. Actually, do you guys want to see a video? I think I'll look for a video.
Aimee, you really need to work out a little bit more. From the picture, I see you being a bit lazy.
I still remember the feeling of my heart dropping and my face getting super flushed because he did so in front of all these pretty girls. And yeah, pretty soon in front of all of Asia. I think from that moment, it really became the narrative for me in the show. It was something that set me apart from the other girls who were, super petite, whereas I was taller and bigger. But then something else happened.
Aimee, please step forward. How did you find being a catalog model?
I had a wardrobe malfunction. My jeans were a little bit too small.
Aimee, wardrobe malfunction, zipper down.
I couldn't button it and the zip kept rolling down.
If you're doing catalog modeling, you're gonna need to fit into all the clothes.
I remember another model in the competition. She actually tried on those pants before me and said that it was super tight. And so when I saw that those pants were in the changing room, halfway through a 15-minute timed photo shoot, I was just like, okay. I don't know what they were thinking giving me those pants. Or maybe they were thinking. Fair enough, I wasn't exactly sample size, and it's true that it would get in the way of the modeling because it already did in the past. And when you have experiences like that when you're 19 and you're on international TV, I think it would have been very easy for me to kind of slip into a dark hole. After the show aired, that was a big talking point. I mean, there were articles written about it and so many mean comments on my Instagram. For a long time, I always put on a brave face and I told people, yeah, they said that, didn't really bother me. I used it as motivation to prove that, I could beat everyone else still, which I kind of did for the most part, except for like 2 girls. But now looking back at it, I would say that that really was the moment where I began struggling with body image satisfaction. I didn't have an eating disorder, but I'll confess right now that for a couple of years there, every time I looked in the mirror, I would see things that, I wanted to change. I would pinpoint the smallest thing that wasn't perfect and dramatize that in my head, and this picture of perfection that I wanted to strive towards I was just never getting there. But what that whole experience did do for me was give me a huge reality check and made me realize that I couldn't not take care of myself. I didn't feel healthy, I didn't feel fit, so that really pushed me to start my fitness journey, and along the way I kind of fell in love with it, and now it is a part of who I am. Here's basically what I did to get my health and fitness on track. The first thing I did was I decided that I was going to be making a lifestyle change. This wasn't going to be something that I would just do for the next 3 months to lose weight. I was going to incorporate this into my daily life, and this was going to be something that I would prioritize. Second thing I did, I educated myself about nutrition. Just remember this, you can never out-train a bad diet. I took a sports nutrition course, which really helped me build a foundation in understanding, how to fuel my body in preparation for exercise, how important that was, and how to, replenish my lost stores of energy after an intense workout session, what macros are, that kind of stuff. I mean, you definitely don't have to do an actual course. There's a lot of information online, but for me, because I wasn't in school, I wanted to have a bit of a challenge. That's just something that I did. The third thing that I did was a really big change for me. I began a Paleolithic or Paleo diet, which is also called a caveman diet or Stone Age diet. It is basically a diet that consists of foods that could be hunted or gathered like our ancestors did in the Paleolithic era, and it excludes all foods that became common when the agricultural revolution came about and people started to farm. So you could eat things like lean meats, fish, fruits and veggies, and nuts and seeds, but things like dairy, sugar, grains, so like wheat, barley, oats, and rice, although rice is a bit debatable, highly processed foods in general, potatoes, all of that stuff were things that you weren't supposed to incorporate into your diet. I know it sounds intense, and it really was a big change, because imagine like not having any pasta. It was hard. I knew the way that I was eating before it was going to hinder my progress, and I wanted a reset button. On this diet, I never ever counted how many calories I consumed. I wasn't ever hungry in the middle of the day for snacks. I felt really good. The fourth thing that I did was I changed my mindset about food. Instead of seeing food as something that was, really negative and indulgent, and every little thing that I was gonna eat was gonna make me gain weight, I started to see food as something that was going to fuel me and allow me to get stronger and faster. From that point on, it became really easy for me to make the choice between, something that was really decadent and heavy versus something that, would leave me feeling satiated, but still having the energy to do, what I wanted to do to the best of my ability. The fifth thing I did, I started to drink a lot of water. Whenever I go on YouTube and I watch other people's weight loss journeys or, tips to lose weight, they mention drinking water, and they always say, I know it's annoying to hear, guys, please don't click out just yet, just hear me out. I get it. I also found it really annoying that they always said to drink water, but it really is so important. A lot of the times when I was bored, hungry, I was actually just thirsty. When I began making it a habit to drink more water, all that boredom snacking just like poof, it like went away. My tip for doing that was to build a healthy kind of obsession with water bottles, and I got really cool ones. I mean, I had all sorts of colors from the Camelback collection. I had 2 of these that had really cool gel stuff in between the inner and outer lining. You can put it in the freezer and it will, solidify and act like ice. When it's not frozen, it looks cool. Like, it just looks like it's cracked. I don't know, I thought it was really cool. I also have a bunch of glass water bottles that I think are super cute. And right now my 2 favorites are these from BKR. I have a big one for when I'm at home and a small one for when I work out. And the really cute thing about this one is that you can put a lip balm in the lid. Incredible innovation. So for all of you guys who have asked me where I get my water bottles from, now you know. In terms of exercise, so this would be the 6th thing that I did. What really changed my body was when I started doing a lot of HIIT. HIIT, or high intensity interval training, is a workout that combines short bursts of really intense exercise followed by some rest periods. It's tough. The workout program that I used was Kayla's BBG program, with every model that asked me what I would recommend to get started on a fitness journey. I always say this program because first, I did it, I tried and tested it, it actually works. And second, it is so incredibly simple. It's 27 minutes, 3 or 4 times a week. It is so easy to incorporate into my busy schedule. There's book 1 and book 2. Each of them are 12 weeks long. You basically do a HIIT workout on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and if you're on book 2, then also on Sunday. And in between those days, you either rest or you do what's called low intensity steady state, which is like walking or the elliptical. I opted for yoga. When I did BBG book 1 was when I saw the biggest difference. So that was during my first 3 months, because I went from not exercising and eating anything that I wanted and craved at that moment to exercising regularly and consistently and eating mindfully. The 7th thing, is that a 7? 7? No, this one. 7th thing that I did was I stopped weighing myself. I know that's strange to hear because the title of this video is literally I lost 8 kg in 3 months, but what I mean is I stopped obsessively weighing myself. I stopped tracking my numerical weight because frankly, it was stressing me the fuck out. What really mattered to me were my measurements, because that was what was affecting me getting jobs. So I kept track of my measurements every 2 weeks. Actually, no, I went into the agency and my agent measured me every 2 weeks. I still remember the first time I got measured, my hips were 38.5 inches circumference. And for your reference, the typical sample size hip measurement would be between 34 and 35 inches. So it's no wonder why I couldn't fit into those jeans in top model. After doing all the things that I talked about above, after 2 weeks, my hips had gone down from 38.5 inches to 36.9 inches. That was a huge difference, and it told me 2 things. First, given how much my body changed by just making fitness a priority, it told me that I wasn't at my natural, I don't really want to say body weight, but certainly my body was carrying more body fat than it would naturally do because of my unhealthy lifestyle. And the second thing it told me was that whatever I was doing, It was working. I was feeling more energetic. I slept way better. My skin was also clearing up because, you know, whenever I sweat, all the gunk in there will kind of get pushed out. All of that motivated me more than anything to keep on going. That being said, just for the general public, I definitely don't recommend using measurements as a way to keep track of your progress. It's just that for me, in my circumstance, measurements were really important because clients need to know what our measurements are, and it's literally written on our comp card. Honestly, the best way to track your progress is to take progress photos. So that would be like taking a photo once or twice a month and then comparing before and after. But also, you just need to observe how you're feeling. Like, do you feel like you're stronger? Do you feel like you can do 15 burpees without getting as out of breath? Do you feel more energetic? You know, the benefits of feeling great far outweigh the mere aesthetics of looking good. So that's basically how I did it. I didn't aim to lose 8 kg in 3 months. It's just kind of what happened based on all the lifestyle changes that I made. I feel amazing and confident, and I feel like myself. I look forward to a good sweat session every single day with an activity that I really enjoy, whether that's spin, yoga, HIIT, or bar, which I recently started doing and find super fun. To me, that's what's most important. Thank you guys for listening to me share my weight struggles and my journey in fitness. If you're somebody who may be struggling in the same way that I once was, I hope you found the 7 things that I did helpful to maybe get you started. But anyway, hit that like button and subscribe to my channel so that you can be up to date with all my future videos about the modeling industry and fitness and beauty, and not going to be traveling anytime soon because of the virus, and no travel logs. And also check out these 2 videos about modeling if you haven't yet. In the meantime, I hope you guys are staying safe and that you're staying at home. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next week. Lots of love. Bye!